Hi guys, this is Miss Bookall. I'm so glad that you've tuned in. Today we're going to talk about managing stress. It's a very stressful time we're living in today, but I'm going to teach you some strategies to help you deal with it. Stay tuned. Managing your stress. Social emotional lesson for grades 3 through 5. Why does this lesson matter? Well, before the world was facing an epidemic. An epidemic is a disease that affects a large number of people. Somehow, that epidemic has now transformed into a pandemic. A pandemic is an epidemic that spread over multiple countries. So, as a globe, as a human race, we are all facing a lot of stress at this time, including the earth. What's in it for you? Why should you continue to watch this lesson? At the end of the lesson, you'll learn about stress and learn strategies to help you manage your stress. For this lesson, you will need a sheet of paper and a pen or a pencil. So, before we start talking about bad stress, let's talk about good stress. What is good stress? Well, an example of good stress, let's say Sunday night you spend 1 hour studying for a test because you really want to pass it. And so you get a little bit of stress, a little bit of energy to kind of motivate you to want to study harder so that you can pass that test. That's an example of good stress. Good stress can also initiate the flight, fight, or freeze response in our bodies. This is a natural reaction to a real or perceived harmful situation meant to protect us. An example of the flight, fight, or freeze. Let's say you're driving in the car with your parents. You guys are on your way to your favorite restaurant. It's a beautiful day. There's no worries, no stress. Until all of a sudden, a squirrel comes into the road and is now head on with your parents' car. Everyone in the car is freaking out because they all think they're about to crash or run over the squirrel. That's when stress steps in, that flight, fight, or freeze. And most likely in this scenario, your body fights. And what does it do? It puts the brakes on the car and stops the car right in the nick of time so that everyone in the car is safe and the squirrel is safe. That's how stress, in a small, helpful way, can protect us. But this lesson is really going to target bad stress. What is that, by the way? Bad stress is a physical, mental, or emotional factor that causes bodily or mental tension. It can be external or internal, and it can happen to anyone at any time. And it is a normal feeling. So let's check for understanding. True or false? It is okay to feel stress. What's your answer? The answer is true. Stress is a normal human reaction to things that don't feel good to us. Stress factors are different for everyone. Here are examples of what may cause bad stress. There are external factors. External factors are things that are happening outside of your body, outside of your control. Some examples: global pandemic, such as the coronavirus, school, whether physical school or online learning school, major life changes, such as a divorce or losing a loved one, friends, bullies, parents, and siblings. There are internal factors that also cause stress. Internal factors are things that are happening within your body, really more so your mind, your thoughts. Some examples are having fears, not knowing what's going to happen, not being able to control, having certain beliefs, certain attitudes, or certain expectations. Pause and write. Go ahead and grab your sheet of paper and your pen or pencil. Directions. Pause this video and write your answer in your notes. Self reflection number 1. Write about an external and or internal stress factor you have experienced. Reflecting on what we just discussed about the different factors that can cause us stress, whether it's things outside of our control or things within ourselves. Think about the last time you felt that way and write about that experience. Stress looks different for everyone. Here are examples of what it may look like. Stress can be physical. It can cause headaches or stomach aches. It can make us really tired or make us so stressed to the point that we can't sleep. It can make us really crave food more than we really need, or it can make us not want anything to eat. It can make us have a hard time sleeping at night, have nightmares, or even wet the bed. Physical signs or symptoms of stress is a racing heartbeat, fast breathing, tense muscles, body or hands shaking, difficulty swallowing or speaking, a clenched jaw, grinding teeth, tight fists, your body feels warm or hot, a tight feeling in the stomach, facing turning red, or lots of sweating. Physical reactions to stress could look like yelling, screaming, pulling out your hair, biting your nails. It could look like anger, reacting physically, such as punching, kicking, pounding your head, scratching your arm. Or it could look like crying, shutting down. Mental signs of stress could be constant worrying, racing thoughts, forgetfulness or disorganization, having a hard time concentrating, seeing only the negative side, or having poor judgment, making it hard to make good choices. The emotional signs of stress could look like not being able to relax, being worried, feeling fearful, clinging to your parent, not wanting to let them go, anger, crying, being mean to others, not wanting to participate, or unable to control emotions. Pause and write. Go ahead and grab your scrap piece of paper, your pen or pencil. Directions. Pause this video and write your answer in your notes. Self reflection number 2. What are some physical, mental, or emotional signs you have experienced while feeling stressed? So, reflecting back on what we just learned about the different signs and symptoms of stress, what are some symptoms you have experienced? Go ahead and write about it. Too much stress? Too much stress over time, also known as chronic stress, can wear people down and make them sick, both physically and mentally. Chronic stress may cause or add to serious health problems later in life as an adult. Having bad stress is okay. It's all about how you manage it. Pause and write. Grab a sheet of paper, a pen and or pencil. Directions. Pause this video and write your answer in your notes. Self-reflection number 3. What do you do when you feel stress? Reflecting on what we've discussed so far, on what causes stress and signs of stress, how do you respond when you are experiencing these feelings? Bad strategies. Pretending it's not there. That means you're feeling stress, but you won't acknowledge the feeling. You go on throughout your day telling everyone you're fine or pretending to be happy when you're really not. Focus on the negative only. You may say things like, my life won't get better. I suck. I hate everyone. Hide away from others. Instead of reaching out to someone for help, you push everyone away so that you can become invisible. Being mean to other people. Because you don't feel good on the inside, you use your words to make sure other people don't feel good. Bottle up your feelings, then explode. Instead of dealing with the stress, you keep it all in until one day you just lose it. Hurting yourself or others. Because you have a hard time dealing with the stress, it makes you feel good if you were to hurt yourself or hurt other people physically. These are all bad strategies. Yes, it may help you deal with the stress, but over time, it's going to make you feel worse rather than feel better. Here are good strategies to deal with stress. Know your signs. That's what this lesson really encouraged. Know what are your symptoms. Know what are your factors. When you know this, it can help you try to prevent stress from building. Get fresh air, exercise, have a good routine. A good routine can be something simple as waking up on time, making your bed, and brushing your teeth. Do a creative activity. It can be anywhere from knitting to painting to cooking. Talk to someone you trust, whether it's an adult, a trusted friend, or a counselor. Connect with a pet. Our furry and not so furry friends always seem to know what's wrong and how to make us feel better. Eat nutritious foods. When we eat foods that has a lot of nutrition, like fruits and vegetables, it makes us feel really good on the inside. Express feelings in a safe way. Sometimes we just need to let it out, but it's important that we let it out in a way that's going to help us and not hurt us, such as journaling or communicating with the person that's bothering us. Drink water. Disconnect from social media. If you have a TikTok account or an Instagram or maybe a Twitter, or any other social media account. Sometimes, if we're on it too much, it causes us stress. Sometimes it's good to log out, give it a break, spend time with family, laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. Get a restful sleep, listen to music, color, and or draw. These are strategies that with practice over time can really help prevent stress and also help lessen how long you're stressed for. Practice. Take a moment to review your self reflection answers, helping you to identify your stress factors and signs. Pick a good strategy to practice each time you feel stressed this week and track it using the reflection side. Like going for a run or a walk. Just make sure you keep your distance from others.